Porch lights flickering, a rhythm out of time. I'm sitting on the steps, trying to find a rhyme for the way the air feels thin since you walked out the door. Like the oxygen don't work the way it did before. I see a sweater draped across the hallway chair, a little piece of ghost just hanging in the air. I should probably move it, put it in a box, but I'm paralyzed by the ticking of the clocks. The stars are looking down like they're sorry for the view of a house that's half empty because it's missing you. And every little sound is a trick upon my ears, a symphony of static and a gallery of fears. Oh, the world is spinning on, but I'm standing still, trying to climb a mountain that's just a lonely hill. I got 1,000 things to say, but no one to tell them to. Just a heavy kind of silence that stained the shade of blue. It's a different kind of quiet, a different kind of life. And God, I'm missing you tonight. Yeah, I'm missing you tonight. I went to make some dinner, but I made enough for two. Old habits are the hardest things to ever wander through. I stared at your empty plate until the steam went cold, feeling every single year that I'm suddenly too old. The bed is like an ocean, a vast and frozen sea, where I'm drifting on a side that wasn't meant for me. I reach across the desert of the Egyptian cotton sheets, searching for the warmth that a broken heart deletes. Is it raining where you are? Are you sleeping through the dark? Did you find a brand new light, or just a different spark? Because here the rain is constant, even when the sky is clear. It's just the sound of wishing that you were still right here. The world is spinning on, but I'm standing still, trying to climb a mountain that's just a lonely hill. I got 1,000 things to say, but no one to tell them to. Just a heavy kind of silence that stained the shade of blue. It's a different kind of quiet, a different kind of light. And God, I'm missing you. Just a shadow on the wall, waiting for a call that'll never come at all. Missing you. Yeah, I'm missing you tonight. The moon is far too bright. Good night. used to be a bonfire, screaming at the stars. Now we're just the distance between passing cars. I'm sitting in the kitchen where the laughter used to live, but the walls are taking back everything they used to give. Your key is on the table, a heavy piece of gold. The story's finished moving, and it's only getting cold. It's a strange kind of gravity, a slow motion fall, from having it all to just holes in the wall. I'm reaching for a hand that I know isn't there, building a kingdom out of thin air. We were a heartbeat, a riot, a holy kind of only, but somewhere along the way, our love turned lonely. I saw you in a fever dream, smiling by the gate, but I woke up to the silence and the dinner on my plate. It's the way we turned into air without a sound, like a house that's still standing while the floor is underground. I don't know how to unlove the way you say my name, or how to live inside a house that doesn't feel the same. There's no grand finale, no crashing of the glass, just the quiet, cruel ticking as the empty minutes pass. We didn't go out blazing, we didn't break the vow, we just ran out of later, and we're stranded in the now. Strange kind of gravity, a slow motion fall, from having it all to just holes in the wall. I'm reaching for a hand that I know isn't there, building a kingdom out of thin air. We were a heartbeat, a riot, a holy kind of only, but somewhere along the way, our love turned lonely. So lonely. It's just me and the echo now, a crowded room of memories, but I'm the only one allowed. Love too lonely. Yeah, we're just lonely. I still buy the coffee that you used to like, even though I drink mine black. I still leave a space on the left of the bike, just in case you're on your way back. The calendar stuck on a Tuesday in June, the day that the world lost its light. most of our favorite tune to get through the teeth of the night. And it's missing you morning, it's missing you noon. It's a lonesome old dance with a pale hollow moon. I've tried to move on, try to find someone new, but every road leads to a dead end of you. It's a dull kind of ache, it's a permanent blue. Yeah, I'm breathing, but I'm missing you always. Your sweater still smells like that rain in the fall, so I keep it wrapped tight on a chair. I talk to your picture hung up on the wall and pretend that you're listening there. People say time is a healer, they lie. It's just a slow way to get used to the sky. Without any stars, without any sun, just waiting for all of my pulses to run. They tell me I'm haunting a house that's been sold, that I'm shivering out in the wind and the cold. But if I let go, then you're really gone, and I can't face a world where I'm moving on. So it's missing you morning, it's missing you noon. It's a lonesome old dance with a pale hollow moon. I've tried to hold on, try to find someone new, but every road leads to a dead end of you. It's a dull kind of ache, it's a permanent blue. Yeah, I'm breathing, but I'm missing you always, always. Like the tide hits the sand, always. Like this ring on my hand. I'm not getting better, I'm just getting through. Always missing you. The dinner's on the table, but the steam is moving slow. We're sitting inches distant, with nowhere left to go. I'm waiting for a blowout, a scream or just a sigh, but you're staring at the window at a dark and empty sky. Every word I've tucked away is turning into lead, heavy in my stomach, a bitter fight just to hear a human sound in the middle of the night. 'Cause the silence burns inside like a slow consuming flame. It's the sound of a heart that forgot its own name. It's a fever in the quiet. It's a ringing in the ear. It's the loudest thing I've ever had to hear. We're drowning in the unspoken. We're choking on the fun, tracing circles in the ashes of the life that once was mine. God, the silence burns inside. I tried to find a match, tried to spark a little heat, but you're a frozen landscape, and I'm admitting my defeat. The space between our bodies is a canyon wide and deep, filled with all the secrets that we promised we would keep. It's a suffocating vacuum, sucking out the air. I'm reaching for a heartbeat, but there's nobody in there. Say something ugly, say something mean, just break the static on the screen. I'm blistering from the cold, I'm shaking from the hush. The weight of everything we aren't is starting to cry. Cause the silence burns inside like a slow consuming flame. It's the sound of a heart that forgot its own name. It's a fever in the quiet. It's a ringing in the ear. It's the loudest thing I've ever had to hear. We're drowning in the unspoken. We're choking on the fight, tracing circles in the ashes of a life that once was mine. God, the silence burns inside. Listen to the bridge collapsed. Listen to the final lapse. The smoke is rising, but there's no sound. Just the silence burning us to the ground. I checked the lock, but you already had the key. I never thought the breach of trust would come from you to me. I built a cathedral out of every word you said. Now the stained glass is shattered and the altar is dead. I'm tracing the lines of the lies that you told, watching the warmth of our history turn cold. You're asking for sorry, but sorry's a ghost. In the house that we built, you're the one I fear most. So this is the end of the always we planned. The bridge is on fire, and I'm letting go of your hand. I used to believe in the light in your eyes, but it's hard to see truth through 1,000 disguises. You broke the one thing that was never for sale, and a heart held together by stitches will fail. Pack up the memories, leave the dust on the floor. Goodbye, broke trust. I don't know you no more. I'm replaying the tapes, finding gaps in the scenes, trying to figure out what forever even means. Was it a game or a beautiful flaw? To see a protector in the one with the claw. I'm cleaning the wounds that you didn't see, reclaiming the pieces you took out of me. You say you can fix it, you say you can change, but the shape of our love feels hollow and strange. Trust is a mirror, once it's hit by a stone, the reflection is jagged and you're standing so this is the end of the always we planned. The bridge is on fire, and I'm letting go of your hand. I used to believe in the light in your eyes, but it's hard to see truth through 1,000 disguises. You broke the one thing that was never for sale, and a heart held together by stitches will fail. Pack up the memories, leave the dust on the floor. Goodbye, broke trust. I don't know you no more. No more looking back, no more second guessing the truth. The silence is better than the hollow of you. Goodbye. Yeah, goodbye, broke trust. I'm standing in a crowd, but I'm miles away, wearing a smile that I learned how to fake today. The neon lights are humming, The music's way too loud, but I'm just a shadow getting lost inside the cloud. I check my phone for a ghost that never calls, watching the cracks widen on these internal walls. It's a hollow echo in a ribcage chest, a heart that's beating but never gets to rest, 'cause it's lonely inside, in the deep dark part, a frozen winter at the center of my heart. I could fill the room with people, I could drink the ocean dry, but there's a shuddering silence that I can't outrun or by. The world sees a fire, but I'm shivering in the snow, with a lonely inside me that they'll never even know. I went back to the house where the walls used to talk. I'm just a stranger on a memory wall. There's a space on the sofa, it's grown its own cold, a story of us that'll never be told. I'm a satellite spinning out of orbit, out of sight, searching for a signal in the middle of the night. Is it a sickness, or just the way it ends, when you realize you're strangers, even with your friends? I'm screaming at a vacuum, I'm clutching at the air, I'm right here in the mirror, but I'm not really there, 'cause it's lonely inside, in the deep dark part, a frozen winter at the center of my heart. I could fill the room with people, I could drink the ocean dry, but there's a shuddering silence that I can't outrun or by. The world sees a fire, but I'm shivering in the snow, with the lonely inside me that they'll never even know. So lonely, it's the weight of the quiet, it's the ache of the soul. I'm finally breaking, but I'm still losing control. The sun goes down like a heavy stone and leaves me in this house alone. The day was easy, I kept it loud. I lost your face inside the crowd. But now the shadows start to creep across the floor while the neighbors sleep. The armor that I wore all day just falls apart and fades away. The daylight is a lie I tell, that I'm doing fine, that I'm doing well. But the moon is a witness, cold and blue, to the part of me that's still stuck on you. Oh, the nights hurt hard, they cut so deep into the promises we couldn't keep. When the noise dies down and the world goes black, that's when the memory starts to track every I love you and every goodbye under the weight of a midnight sky. I can handle the dawn, I can play the part, but the nights hurt hard on a broken heart. I'm staring at the ceiling fan, trying to remember the ghost of a plan. And the static in the room is far too thick, and the silence is a cruel and twisted trick. I turn the pillow to the colder side, but there's nowhere left for a soul to hide. The 3 a.m. courage is a hollow thing, just a bird with a wire for a wing. In the morning I'll be strong again, I'll smile at the strangers and talk to my friends. But right now the dark is a heavy tide, and I'm drowning in everything I hide inside. Oh, the nights hurt hard, they cut so deep into the promises we couldn't keep. When the noise dies down and the world goes black, that's when the memory starts to track every I love you and every goodbye under the weight of a midnight sky. I can handle the dawn, I can play the part, but the nights hurt hard on a broken heart. Yeah, they hurt so hard. Just me and the dark, counting the beats of a lonely spark, waiting for the light to end the fight. But the nights hurt hard. I practice my I'm fine in the hallway mirror. Polish the light till the cracks looked clear. You asked how I've been since the world fell through. I gave you a smile that I borrowed for you. The coffee is cold and the room is too wide, but I'm keeping the storm safely tucked deep inside. Because these tears hide the truth of a heart in decay. They wash out the words that I'm dying to say. If I let him fall, you would see what I've lost. A soul turned to ash, paying love's final cost. So I'll keep my eyes dry while I'm standing in front of you. 'Cause these tears hide the truth. I see how you look at me, searching for signs, reading the spaces between all my lines. But I've built a fortress of never better and okay, to keep the ghost of your ghost far away. If you saw one drop, you'd see the whole ocean, the wreckage and ruin of every emotion. It's a heavy weight, this invisible mask, doing the work that a heart shouldn't ask. To bleed in the dark and pretend it's just rain, to name it moving on when it's only just pain. Yeah, these tears hide the truth of a heart in decay. They wash out the words that I'm dying to say. If I let him fall, you would see what I've lost. A soul turned to ash, paying love's final cost. So I'll keep my eyes dry while I'm standing in front of you. 'Cause these tears hide the truth. Go ahead, walk away, believe what you see. The girl who survived, the one who is free. But once the door closes and the silence turns blue, the tears will finally tell the truth. knocking on my ribs like an abandoned door. But I don't hear the thumping like I did before. The doctors say I'm healthy, they say my blood is fine, but they can't see the vacant space where you used to be mine. I'm a shell on the shore after the tide went out, filled with nothing but the echo of a doubt. I try to breathe in deep, but the air just slips through. There's a hole in the center, shaped exactly like you, and my heart feels hollow, like a winter tree, stripped of the leaves of the you and me. It's a cavernous eye. It's a ghost in the chest, a bird with no wings in a broken nest. I'm walking around with this weightless sting, 'cause you took the soul out of everything, and my heart feels hollow. I went to our favorite spot on 4th and Main, but the colors are muted, everything looks great. I'm ordered a drink for a ghost who isn't there, and cursed the sunlight for being so unfair. I'm a cradle with no baby, a clock with no gears, just drowning in the silence of these empty years. Is there a filler for the void? Is there a patch for the soul? Or do I just stay half while the world stays whole? I'm ringing like a bell that's been cracked in the side, with nowhere for the rhythm or the love to hide. And my heart feels hollow, like a winter tree, stripped of the leaves of the you and me. It's a cavernous air. Tried to bribe my mind with logic and with pride, to lock the door and keep the ghost of you outside. I tell my feet to walk in a brand new direction, but they only find the paths of our old connection. I've burned the photographs and I've changed my number too, but every road I build just leads me back to you. My head says it's over, it's poison, it's done, that I should be reaching for the morning sun. But there's a stubborn rhythm deep inside my chest that refuses to listen, that refuses to rest. 'Cause the heart wants you even when it shouldn't. It holds on to the could-have when the walls just wouldn't. It's a fool in the rain, it's a bird with no wings. It's the ache in the music that the memory sings. I can argue with the stars and the moon until I'm blue, but the logic doesn't matter when the heart wants you. I see your name in captions of a life I don't know, watching from the sidelines as you let me go. My dignity is screaming for me to turn the page, but I'm an actor still standing on a broken stage. I'm waiting for a curtain that fell a year ago. Why is the heart the last one to know? It's a glutton for the pain, it's a lover of the bruise. It only wants the prize it was always gonna lose. I've tried to find a substitute, a temporary spark, but you're the only fire that can light up this dark. Yeah, the heart wants you even when it shouldn't. It holds on to the could-have when the words just wouldn't. It's a fool in the rain, it's a bird with no wings. It's the ache in the music that the memory sings. I can argue with the stars and the moon until I'm blue, but the logic doesn't matter when the heart wants you. It wants the way you laugh, it wants the way you laugh. It's a beautiful ruin, a holy kind of theft. I'm sorry I tried, I really did try, but the heart wants you. Only you. like a sinking stone, and leaves me here in the shadow zone. I turn the TV on just to hear a voice, but the static hum is a bitter choice. The ceiling's a map of the places we'd go. Now it's just a blank space with nothing to show. I'm counting the hours, but they're standing still like a bitter pill that I can't quite kill. And the nights feel heavy, like a blanket of light, and I'm haunted by the words that we never said. The silence is a wave pressing down on my chest in a city that's sleeping well. I get no rest. I'm drowning in the dark of a memory sea. God, the nights feel heavy when it's just me. I check the locks and I check the time, trying to reason with a rhythm or rhyme. But the pillow's too cold, the room's too wide. Nowhere for a broken heart to hide. I'm replaying the tapes till the film starts to tear, reaching for a ghost that was never there. Is it 3 a.m. or is it a year since I lost the sound I used to hold dear? The gravity's shifting, I'm losing my grip on a sinking ship with a broken deck. And the nights feel heavy, like a blanket of light, haunted by the words that we never said. The silence is a wave pressing down on my chest in a city that's sleeping well. I get no rest. I'm drowning in the dark of a memory sea. God, the nights feel heavy when it's just me. Like the dust on your frame, like whispering your name. The morning is coming, but I'm not okay. The night is stealing my soul away. Nights feel heavy. The TV is humming to an empty set of stairs. I'm folding your sweaters like I'm saying my prayers. You think there'd be lightning or a crash in the hall, but there isn't a sound when you lose it all. The clock on the wall is just counting the ghosts of the version of us that I'm missing the most. They say, scream if it hurts, or cry till it's gone. But I'm sitting in stillness till the gray of the dawn. It's the quiet that kills. It's the lack of the noise. The ghost of your laughter, the ghost of your voice. The louder the nothing, the deeper the stain. Because silence holds the pain. I go to the kitchen and I reach for 2 cups. Then I catch my own shadow when the world interrupts. I don't have the strength to let out a sound. It's a heavy white blanket wrapped all the way around. If I scream, then it's real. If I'm loud, then it's true. So I'm guarding the quiet you left in this room. It's a deafening wave. It's a roar in my ears. The sound of the ending of all of these years. I'm drowning in peace that I didn't ask for. Just staring at shadows that dance on the floor. They say, scream if it hurts, or cry till it's gone. But I'm sitting in stillness till the gray of the dawn. It's the quiet that kills. It's the lack of the noise. The ghost of your laughter, the ghost of your voice. The louder the nothing, the deeper the stain. Because silence holds the pain. No slamming of doors, no stay anymore. Just the sound of my heart beating solo again. God, the silence holds the pain. So much pain in the silence. I'm holding the pieces, but the map is all torn. Wander in a house where the sunlight feels warm. I glued back the edges of the the frame by the bed, but I can't fix the echoes of the things that you said. I thought if I mended the parts I could see, I'd find the old version of you and of me. But I'm broken and lost, even though I'm still here, tracing the ghost of a love that was clear. You can tie up the shirt, but the rhythm is off. I'm a bird with no sky, I'm a fire turned soft. Healing don't matter when the direction is gone. Yeah, I'm broken and lost in the light of the dawn. The compass is spinning, it won't point to home, since home was a person, and now I'm alone. I'm walking in circles through our favorite park, but the landmarks are different now that it's dark. It's one thing to fracture, it's another to split. So far from the center, I've lost my own way. They say time is a healer, a guide to the shore, but I don't even know what I'm searching for anymore. I've got all the fragments, I've counted the cost, but what good is a heart if the signal is lost? I'm broken and lost, even though I'm still here, tracing the ghost of a love that was clear. You can tie up the shirt, but the rhythm is off. I'm a bird with no sky, I'm a fire turned soft. Healing don't matter when the direction is gone. Yeah, I'm broken and lost in the light of the dawn. Still in one piece, but I don't know the way. Just a soul in the static, just a shade of the gray. Found all the shards, but the map has been crossed. still lost. I check the logs, but I miss the air, the way the light shifted on your empty chair. No slamming doors, no cinematic scene, just the quiet space where us used to be. I was checking the clock while you checked out. A silent surrender, a shadow of doubt. It wasn't wildfire, it wasn't a scream, just the slow, steady fading of a fever dream. You didn't leave a note or a dent in the floor, just a little less weight than there was before. The hardest part of the break we're in is that goodbye slipped quiet through the screen. Now the coffee is bitter and the bed is too wide, with a ghost of a heartbeat still trapped inside. I keep waiting for the crash, for the sound of the fall, but there's nothing but dust on the nails in the wall. You took your toothbrush and your side of the bed, and all the I love yous we eventually bled. If you'd yelled, I could fight, I could beg you to stay, but how do you catch what just misted away? You're a vapor, a whisper, a trick of the light, the thief who stole nothing but the rest of my life. No thunder, no lightning, no pouring rain, just a dull muffled thud of a brand new pain. Yeah, goodbye slipped quiet, and I'm the only one who heard it. I'm looking at the dictionary of us, but the pages are white. Words like forever just lost all their light. We're speaking in echoes, we're talking in cold. Two tired travelers on a dead-end road. I say I love you, and it sounds like a sigh, a hollow vibration, a well that's run dry. We're going through the motions, playing the part, but the definitions have fallen apart. 'Cause love feels like a word with no home anymore, a key that won't turn in a bolted up door. It's a map unlikely, it's a song with no tune, a cold distant sun, or a dark side of the moon. Staring at the script, but we can't find a scene. God love forgot meaning, and everything in between. Your touch used to spark, now it's just skin on skin, a silent surrender when nobody wins. I search for the feeling we had at the start, when poetry flowed through the veins of the heart. But the ink has all faded, the paper is torn, and the vows that we made are weathered and worn. Is it apathy, or is it just time that turned all our gold into rust and into grind? I'm screaming the name of a ghost I once knew, but it doesn't mean us, and it doesn't mean you. 'Cause love feels like a word with no home anymore, a key that won't turn in a bolted up door. It's a map with no ink, it's a song with no tune, a cold distant sun, or a dark side of the moon. We're staring at the script, but we can't find the scene. God love forgot meaning, and everything in between. Definition unknown, translation alone. The language is broken, the feeling has flown. Love forgot meaning, yeah, it's gone. Yeah, it's gone. The street lights flicker, then they fade to gray, just like the promises you threw away. I'm standing in the spot where we once stood, trying to forget you like I know I should. But the silence is screaming your name in the dark, and every cold breath leaves a brand new mark. Now I'm just hiding my tears under darkness, where the shadows can't see how I've fallen apart. permanent cost.
I see your face in the glass of the store, a reflection of someone who doesn't live here anymore. You're dancing with shadows, you're laughing in dreams, while I'm barely holding together the seams. The night is a curtain that hides all my pain, but it can't stop the rhythm of the falling. Because then everyone sees I'm not okay. So I'll keep hiding my tears under darkness, where the shadows can't see how I've fallen apart. I'm a ghost in this city, a soul that's gone heartless, tracing the cracks in a broken down heart. The moon is a witness to all that I've lost. Loving you came at a permanent cost. Under the darkness, where nobody knows, just me in the shadow of where your love goes, of where your love goes. The cold side of a mattress is the only thing I know. I've stopped checking the door frame for your shadow on the floor. I used to fight the silence, used to scream against the wall, but now the quiet is a ghost that doesn't scare me at all. I'm a stranger in the kitchen, making coffee just for one, watching another gray morning swallow up the sun. And I don't even cry when your name comes up anymore. I don't reach for the phone like I did the night before. It's not a sharp pain, it's just a hollow, heavy hum. I've forgotten how it feels to be wanted by someone. They say the emptiness is heavy, but I'm floating like a stone. Lately lonely feels normal, and I'd rather be alone. I saw your picture in a drawer, tucked beneath a sweater. I didn't feel the sting, I didn't wish that things were better. The memory is a movie that I've seen 1,000 times. every moon. Just a hollow home. I'm fine being known to anyone. The coffee's cold, the house is too quiet. I'm trying to scream, but my throat's on a riot. Your ghost is still sitting in that velvet chair. I reach for your hand, but there's nothing but air. Every clock on the wall feels like it's counting backward to the night that we broke, to the day that it fractured. They say give it time, like time is a friend, but I'm stuck in the loop of a bittersweet end. 'Cause this hole in my chest is a wide open sea, and I'm drowning in versions of you and of me. I've memorized shadows, I've learned how to haunt. The silence is loud with everything that I want. They tell me this feeling will eventually fade, but I'm still in the dark where our promises lay. Yeah, the wound might be fresh, but the ache is so deep. It feels like a promise I'm destined to keep. God, this pain feels permanent. I walked past the park where we carved out our names. Now the wood is all rotting, it's never the same. I've deleted your number, but I know it by heart, which is funny 'cause heart is the heaviest part. I'm a museum just to feel a spark, but the embers are buried away in the dark. The hallway is longer than it used to be, now that your shadow isn't walking with me. I'm listening for floorboards to creak underfoot, but the fire is out and I'm choking on soot. And God, this silence feels cold in the room, like a winter that's settled, a permanent gloom. I used to find peace in the quiet we shared. Now it's a blade, and I'm caught unprepared. I'm screaming inside just to break through the frost, but the silence feels cold now that you're truly lost. The clock on the wall is the only heartbeat, ticking away while I face my defeat. Your favorite record is still on the shelf. I'm scared to play music and wake up myself, 'cause as long as it's quiet I can almost pretend that you're just in the next room and this isn't the end. Is it quiet over there? Is it peaceful and bright? Or are you shivering too? In the middle of the night, they say silence is golden, but they've got it wrong. It's a hollow core house and a ghost of a song. Yeah, this silence feels cold in the room, like a winter that's settled, a permanent gloom. I used to find peace in the quiet we shared. Now it's a blade, and I'm caught unprepared. I'm screaming inside just to break through the frost, but the silence feels cold now that you're truly lost. So cold. It's the sound of the end, just the ice on the glass, and a heart that won't mend. Silence.
I burned the letters, but the smoke still smells like you. Tracing circles on the floor where we once flew. I changed the sheets to wash away the scent of us, but the silence in this room is getting loud enough to rust. I I tell my feet to walk, but they only know your street. Memory is a ghost that I'm not ready to name. I thought I'd scrub the chalkboard of my mind, left the bitterness and almost all behind. But every time I close my eyes to pray, the darkness starts to shape itself your way. The ink might fade and the photos might blur, and I'm becoming someone that we never were. I taught my voice to never speak your flame, but my tears, they still remember your name. Yeah, my tears, they still remember your name. There's a ghost in the kitchen, making coffee for two. I reach for the sugar, then I realize it's just the view of a life I'm still living, in a house built of glass, watching ever tomorrow turn into the past. I've deleted the messages, unblocked every line, but my pulse keeps a rhythm that's still tagged to thine. It's a liquid kind of heartbreak falling down my face, a map of every moment that I never can erase. Salt on my